What a football weekend. I don't know how many football games you watched during the weekend, but I watched a lot. And I can confirm you, and I will repeat you, what a football weekend. Frankfurt, they totally demolished Bayern Munich 5-1 in Bundesliga. Girona is surprisingly not a surprise anymore in La Liga. A new leader in Premier League for the very first time this season, and it's a Derby d'Italia in the Scudetto race in Serie A between Inter and Juventus. My name is Giuseppe, let's cover football together. But before starting, speaking about so many different and also beautiful stories, I really wanted to thank you because after 1 week of the channel, we are here with 780 subscribers, which is just fantastic, which is just amazing. If you want to help a new channel and trying to hit that first milestone, and we know it, it is 1,000 subscribers, put a maximum of like, continue to subscribe, but more than all, share this channel with all your families and friends that are as passionate as me, as passionate as you, and that loves the game, the most beautiful game on earth, football. We start immediately now, speaking about Eredivisie, because if we were speaking a few weeks ago about the Ajax Amsterdam that was really struggling in difficulty, they were last one in Eredivisie, that other win of yesterday, 2-1, are bringing them on the 5th position of Eredivisie. It changed so fast. And if the Eredivisie title is already over with PSV 10 points over the second one, well, they can dream maybe doing another miracle to enter the Europe qualification zone, which would be again a total miracle. We have a lot of miracles today in today's video, so wait for it. Wait for it. Is Marseille a miracle? No, but they are doing fantastically well as well. If also they were struggling being there below in the table of Liga in France, well, l'équipe is bringing us a big title, coup de Mistral en Bretagne, because Marseille yesterday played in Bretagne against Lorient. They were able to beat them 4-2 with 2 goals of their man, the one that is on fire after a real difficult start of the season and adapting again to Liga after so many years. We're speaking about Aubameyang that scored 7 goals in the last 4 games. He is on fire, together with Gennaro Gattuso, that since he's there and losing against Lens 1-0, but he's able to take that team back and trying to climb their 8th in Liga. Luckily, Nice won at the minute 82 with a goal of Jérémy Boga, because otherwise, like Eredivisie, we could probably today have spoken about a Liga that was already done and close, with Paris Saint-Germain winning 2-1. Luckily, Jérémy Boga from Nice is able to beat 2-1 their opponents, and they are there second at -4. But I have to admit that it's beautiful. In Europe, you have a lot of competitivity, except of Eredivisie. Well, look at the Portuguese league, 3 teams at the top with only 1 point of difference. Yesterday in Bundesliga, 4 points of difference between the first and the second, even if Bayern can still win and getting a bit closer. I told you about Liga. In Serie A, 2 points of difference. 2 points of difference also in La Liga, and then 1 small little point in Premier League with Liverpool that is going over Arsenal. And yes, we have a new leader. After Manchester City being there for 7 weeks, after Arsenal 3, after Spurs, Tottenham 3, after Newcastle 1 and Brighton 1, we have a new leader, Liverpool. After the press conference, after the last week win of Jurgen Klopp, where he was absolutely not happy, even if he won, well, this time, watching everyone from top to bottom, we can say that Jurgen Klopp is absolutely smiling and happy, and this meme is really representative of the life of a Liverpool fan. From the excitement before the game, going to total depression, and at the end, the most important thing for the Reds is to say, nice, we won. Because indeed, they won 2-1. But if you're speaking about Premier League, is it possible to not speak about Unai Emery and Aston Villa? Impossible. Mamma mia, he's doing fantastically well. If we spoke about miracles, well, it's a bit early to say, but what Aston Villa with Unai Emery are doing in Premier League is just fantastic. They are scaring all the big teams that they are facing. Manchester City, they lost against them 1-0. Also 1-0 lost by Chelsea, which is a bit more normal. 2-1, they won over Tottenham, and then this weekend 1-0 over his ex-team, Arsenal, and they are taking the 3rd spot. Pay attention to Aston Villa, that can be a surprise, especially for the intentions of Unai Emery that yesterday said, it's my challenge every day to be better today than yesterday and better tomorrow than today. I am not going to stop. Well, if we listen to his words, well, he can surprise us even more. We spoke about the beautiful things about Premier League, but there were also some blunders, some disaster with Chelsea that is at the moment. After their loss yesterday of 2-0 against Everton, they are now 12th in the league. Something that unfortunately for them, they already experienced last season, being mid-table, if not low table of the Premier League. Well, what is the solution of Pochettino? After spending £1 billion on the last transfer sessions, he wants to spend a bit more. Of course, he's on a mission because he said it himself. He wants to win the Carabao Cup, he wants to win the FA Cup, and he wants to win the Premier League. Well, he has to do a bit better. I don't know how many players they will need this time in the winter, but they need to do a bit better because they are the team that in 2023, at the moment, at today, as we speak, are doing the fewest Premier League points. Total disaster for the Blues. Not better for Manchester United because they lost yesterday 3-0 against Bournemouth. Also them, impossible. 3 is a number that is really scaring them because they are not able to win 3 consecutive games. Again, they lost another time. On the other side, it was a bit predictable to lose against Bournemouth. Why? Because look at all the other results. On 5 last games, they were able to win 4. The only team that they were not able to win is the team of Unai Emery because they did 2-2. What is the solution for Manchester United? If Chelsea, they want to buy, they want to sign new players, well, Roy Keane yesterday said, you know what? Manchester United, if they want to win again, they need to sell. So not buying, but selling. They want to sell, according to Roy Keane. Martial, Anthony, Sancho, Maguire, Lindelof, Evans, Dalot, Eriksen, Varane, and Amrabat. That's 10 players. Will they still have enough players? Probably yes, I don't know. On the other side, Manchester City is a bit avoiding the big stress and big pressure because at halftime, they were losing 1-0 against Luton. In the second half, they were able to change it, and that's the big title. That's more like it, because indeed, it's more like that Pep Guardiola needs to go and trying at least to compete to again having maybe that beautiful finale against Liverpool. Will they be able to do it? Yes or no? A bit of difficulties for Manchester City, especially if we know that after the game he spoke about his 2 players, Doku, the Belgian one, and the Norwegian Holland, because they will miss a few games, a few days. How long? At the moment is a big question mark. We have no idea. Let's see if they will be able to do it without their 2 top guys. We go from Premier League to La Liga, where we are speaking probably about the biggest miracle of this video. We are speaking about Girona. As is saying, aquí manda el Girona. They are speaking about the fact that Girona here now is commanding. They are the bosses in La Liga. They are the leaders. Why? Because yesterday they won 4-2 against Barcelona. Marca is saying recital de un líder sin límites. Without limits. A leader without limits. Of course, they are not only winning by luck. They are not anymore in La Liga the beautiful surprise after 3 match days, 5 match days. No, they are winning, and yesterday winning over Barcelona. The way that they did it was just incredible. And a lot of people, the dreamers, they are thinking back at the season 15-16 in Premier League with Leicester. Now they are all thinking, can Girona do the same? Let me know in the comment if Girona is able, according to you, to do the same, winning La Liga, which would be a big surprise. If we spoke about Unai Emery, well, we have to speak about Michel, the coach of Girona that is doing fantastically well. Probably not a top phenomenon career as a football player, but as a coach, we are already starting hearing from him now at today, but in the future I'm sure we will continue to hear speaking about that fantastic coach that is supported and helped by the man that was qualified as a bit a mid player, not enough at Manchester United, that was probably not a starter at Bayern Munich. Well, the ex-captain of Ajax Amsterdam is doing fantastically well at Girona. We're speaking about Daley Blind, that is there, a real leader of the team together with the coach. On the other side, Barcelona, well, yesterday they lost, not only against Girona, but also they are 4th in La Liga after winning the league last season? Well, there is a kid that is breaking all the records. And yesterday, losing against Girona, we can say that Lamine Yamal is actually becoming the youngest player to ever lose against Girona. Another one that is breaking records is Bellingham, that last week won the Golden Boy Award, the best under 21 player, because he deserved it. He's breaking record after record. And yesterday, he was able to do 16 goals in 18 games with Real Madrid, already equalizing another England star boy that went to Real Madrid. He was able to score 16 goals like Bellingham, but he needs 48 games to do it. Mamma mia. Well, the goal of Bellingham was not enough, because at the end they did 1-1, and they are now momentarily second in La Ligue with 39 points, -2 over Girona. We go from 1 La Liga to Bundesliga and Champions League, of course, because we have to speak about Harry Kane. Harry Payne, that's how Sun Sport is calling them, because if we will speak about Bundesliga in a second, well, they will play Bayern Munich against Manchester United, and Ten Hag has already been warned about the will of Harry Kane to do much better than he did this weekend, because he didn't score. And we can see it in Kicker, the German page, that is saying Turbulenzen im Titelrennen. What does that mean? Turbulences in the race for the title. They lost 5-1 versus an exceptional Frankfurt. It's not the very first time in history that they lose 5-1. And again, against Frankfurt, well, beautiful game, not expected. On the other side, there was a match that we were all waiting for, and it was Stuttgart against Leverkusen, the first one against the third. What a beautiful game. A total domination of Stuttgart in the first half, a total domination of Leverkusen in the second half. But I believe, and I'm sure about it because I watched the game, that Leverkusen, they can say and they have to say thank you to their man of the match. And we are speaking about their goalkeeper, Lukas Radecki, that saved so many attempts in the first half. They kept them alive. On the other side, they also have to say thank you to the Spanish guy, the one that is their coach, Xabi Alonso, because his team, thanks to the equalizer of yesterday, they are able now to continue their run. 22 games unbeaten, something extraordinary. And also there, it's really beautiful. The Bundesliga is really competitive and it's really beautiful. Can Leverkusen do it? Can Girona do it? Let me know in the comments. And we go to Serie A, to Gazzetta dello Sport, that is speaking about Mercato, a gift from Pep Guardiola that doesn't want Calvin Phillips anymore. He's saying, it's not a player for my team, for Manchester City, even if the behavior is perfect, even if he's a fantastic player. Well, apparently he has a gift for Juventus because he wants to send him there. Juventus is thinking about it because they have a short list of new midfielders. After Pogba being banned, after Fagioli being banned, they are thinking about it. Tuttosport is also speaking about Mercato, and in a few weeks, of course, we'll speak only about transfer market, but Italy, they love it. They love it, and they're already anticipating. Juventus is thinking about Sudakov, another player that a lot of clubs in Europe are targeting. But on the other side, Corriere dello Sport is speaking about something else. It's really compact. It is condensed, ammucchiata, not in the first two roles, because Inter and Juventus are doing quite well. 4-0, Inter demolished the Bianconeri, not Juventus but Udinese, 4-0, with Cianaloglu, Di Marco, Thuram, that is one, if not the best free signing of the summer, and Lautaro Martinez that can't stop scoring. Well, then you have the other side, the other competitor that is there at -2. It's Juventus with Massimiliano Allegri and his famous short smart 1-0 against Napoli, title holders, that has 17 points, less than last year. The Scudetto race for Napoli is already over with a fantastic Federico Gatti, the defender that is able to score twice in 2 weeks. On the other side, there is another surprise, a beautiful story, a bit like Girona, a bit like Leverkusen. We are speaking about Bologna, the Bologna of Thiago Motta, that yesterday was again able to win 2-1 with a young talent, Dutch talent, Zirkzee, that if you never heard about it, well, in a few years, or maybe even in a few months, you will know his name, Zirkzee. Remember the name, he's doing fantastically well. And thanks to that victory, they are getting closer. They are now over Napoli, and they are together with Roma. just below Milan, that was not able to beat Atalanta. Fantastic. The old vintage Muriel that was able to score a fantastic goal. If you didn't watch it, please go back. It's really viral. A fantastic, beautiful 3-2 in the last minute. Milan was not able to win. What is their solution? If Chelsea, they want to sign. If Manchester United wants to sell, well, on the other side, Milan, they are bringing back old glories, because today they officialized that Zlatan Ibrahimovic is doing his third comeback at AC Milan. This time, not as a player, but as a manager, and probably they needed him as a player, because they are playing in 2 days on Wednesday in Champions League, a really important game where they are not even the master of their destiny against Newcastle. Pioli's shaking, and we know it, huh? The under-19, the Primavera coach of Milan, Abate, ex-player of Milan, he has the possibility to take over the job of Stefano Pioli that is really shaking. If they are not able to beat Newcastle, who knows? Zlatan Ibrahimovic as a vice coach, first experience with AC Milan. Let's see. If you enjoyed the video, of course, and you didn't yet, please, maximum of like. I want a maximum of comments. You know it. What can we do better? What do you like? What you didn't like? What you dislike on the channel? Let me know in the comment section. Likes, subscribe. Grazie. See each other soon.